Good afternoon, judges, guests, and fellow contestants. I am here to tell you about how optimism helped me overcome my obstacles. Auschwitz. The very name sends chills up the spines of those that remember. During World War II, Viktor Frankl overcame his greatest obstacle. He survived Auschwitz. After his release, he wondered why he had survived. He talked to other survivors and came to the conclusion that it was mostly through luck, but also through optimism. When he was in the camp, he was put through hard labors and received very little food. But instead of giving up and laying down and just not going on, he spent his time thinking about his family and planning what he'd be doing with them after he left the camp. Those that lost their optimism became hungry, tired, and died. After he came to the conclusion, he started to give lectures, and he wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl once said, "We must never forget that we may also find meaning in life, even when confronted with a hopeless situation." So, Viktor Frankl, optimism saved his life. For me, optimism helps me overcome obstacles by motivating me both mentally and physically, like how the outcome of last year's federal election was changed by the optimism of one man. Jack Layton, leader of the NDP, didn't have a hope of becoming prime minister, or even leader of the opposition, but he motivated people to listen to him. "I won't stop until the job is done" is one of my favorite quotes of his. On election day, much to the surprise of many Canadians, including some NDP candidates, the NDP completely destroyed the Liberals and Bloc Québécois, and Jack Layton became the leader of the opposition. Jack Layton died last year from cancer, but what he did in the elections will be remembered forever. In Houston, Texas, they have a huge problem with hurricanes. They are battered by tens of hurricanes each year. They are certain that any time a monster hurricane could come and destroy the whole city. The government of Houston could sit back and wait pessimistically for the city to be destroyed, but instead, they have thought optimistically and have put their best engineers on the problem. Taking the idea of the Eden Project in England, they plan to create a protective dome over the whole city of 2 million people. An impossible feat of colossal proportions, you say. But no, they have devised a brilliant revolutionary design, and funding is pouring in from supporters across the country. Optimism will create a wonderful world in Houston, Texas. I am optimistic about my future. I am therefore motivated to see past the many obstacles in my way, like passing exams, making good choices, and of course, listening to my teachers, to accomplish my goal to become an engineer. Who knows, maybe I'll be helping create artificial atmospheres in other places that are experiencing difficulties, like Houston. Maybe not, but I know I'm going to use my engineering degree to help the world some way. When I was given the topic of the speech, I didn't think I could do it. But then I started thinking positively. I thought, I've done this before, I can do this. Before I knew it, I was finished. Any obstacle, small or big, from writing this speech to surviving Auschwitz, can be overcome by positive thinking or optimism. Jack Layton said, "Hope and optimism have defined my political career, and look what he accomplished."
That is awesome.